chance that my mom would have let me have a MySpace back in like 2007, 2008. So I'm making up for that lost time with the camera angle today. And you are joining me here on the floor to do a palette bingo using the Colourpop Play It Jewel. So I've done a palette bingo with this palette before. I think it was probably about a year ago at this point, maybe even a little longer. And here is the color scheme we have to work with. Now, in my head, this is always a very colorful palette, but if you really look at it, there's a lot of neutral here. I would say that these entire first two rows, if I rotate it 90 degrees, are all neutrals. And then really the most colorful shades center right around here. There's like that 12 pan super colorful jewel toned palette and then about 18 neutrals. So I think I'm going to draw 4 random shades, and then if I'm not feeling challenged enough, we will go for number 5. So let's start with 21. So 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so we're starting out strong with this metallic blue called Tiara, I think, maybe. I've reorganized this palette a couple of times, so there could well be some shades out of place. Next shade is 23, Moving Colors. I think that we can safely say I will not need to grab a 5th shade to make this a challenge. 24 would be nice to get a matte. 24 is Relic, which is a copper. And shade 2, okay. Shade 2 is Rocker. That I can deal with. Okay, this is gonna end up matching my shirt really well. I'm not really sure right off the bat what I'm gonna do here, but we'll get it figured out. Let me think a little bit. Now, where I am beginning this tutorial, I have my skin done. I've moisturized, I've primed. I also have filled in my eyebrows, and I've primed my lids. So we are ready to get into this. I'm going to start out with Rocker and just start building up my crease a little bit. This is a shade that I've actually gotten quite a bit of use out of because it is the only like really light brown in the palette. The only other sort of light shades lean very pink. So this has definitely been a go-to for me, but it's not exactly an exciting shade. But we've at least got a little bit of a crease started. I'll probably bring that in a little bit more to blend out some edges later on. So now let's move to the lid, and I think I'm going to start out with Relic. I feel like that will be a little bit easier to work with over a large area than Moving Colors, not Living Colors. I keep wanting to say that. So I'm going to put that over most of my lid. I might end up bringing in another shade to put in my inner corner, just because I feel like I want something there today. And I don't think I have any great options among the 4 colors I pulled. Okay, I need to build that up a little bit more on this side. We'll come back and do cleanup work later. I'm going to use that same brush and go into Moving Colors, which is that sort of reddish shade. I'm going to put that on the outer half of my lid. And then one way I like to blend two pretty similar depth colors is just by bringing the outer one over in my crease a little bit. I find that that can help, though I feel like these might actually be a little bit too similar for that technique to work really well. I feel like there's not quite enough contrast between these two. That could also partially be because I decided to go in with the same brush. That might not have been my best plan, but this is where we're at right now. Now I need to figure out how on earth I'm going to bring in the blue. I feel like the obvious route is to put it on my lower lash line. So maybe we'll do a little bit of that, or maybe it'd be fun to put it right up against my upper lash line. Do you think that's likely to actually work? Let's put it in the inner corner. Kind of a alternative way of using this type of shade, but I think it'll be fun. And really, like, what am I doing today? I'm filming one more video, and I'm doing like around the house tasks. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay. Choices were made, and the choices were not good. Okay. I thought this was going to look like fun and edgy and alternative, and I don't think it does. It looks like I tried to do something like Marvel inspired or something. Okay, well, let's work on the lower lash line. I feel committed at this point, so I'm going to go into the orange again. Relic. Okay, and a little bit of the red. Like, I feel like I would actually like this look if I hadn't gone for the blue in the inner corner. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let's go back into Rocker to clean up some edges, diffuse them a little bit. I don't want anything looking more harsh than it already does. I don't really care how high I bring it up because, like, I'm committed. Like, I'm committed to the lots of makeup look with the blue inner corner. So what does it matter if I bring it up to my eyebrow? I'm here already. Perfect. Okay. I hate it. I hate it so much. How do I fix this? Well, first of all, oh my goodness, that isn't even pigment that's down there. It's just bringing out a little bit of purple in my under eye. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. Yeah, we're just getting out the makeup wipe and taking off the blue. I hate it so much. somehow that looks even worse. Okay. I tried the blue. I really did. Now I'm going to go into a yellow shade, or a yellowy shade, this one, crystalline. And maybe add a little bit of Reflect On, which is a slightly deeper champagne. I'm gonna paint over that area. Paint. Add shadow over that area. Trying to cover up that blue a little bit because that was really bad. You know, I kind of have a little bit of it left in that very inner corner, and now I don't hate it. I'm gonna go do something I'm gonna regret. Tiny bit more. Oh, I've been dipping into the blue and just adding the tiniest little dots. I actually really like that. Oh my goodness. I like this look. That is not the twist that I saw coming. Okay, let's build up the red a little bit more. I feel like I've kind of lost that red into the orange. So I'm going back in the same brush and just really building it up towards the outer corner. Like, that's cute, right? I actually like that a lot. Okay. Do I have another sort of crease brush? That's going to pause it more than I want. Let's go in here. This is more or less clean. Just going over the edges again. You know, I already have the makeup wipe out. Not usually something I use mid-makeup, but sometimes it comes in handy. I'm actually pretty into this. I really like it. Oh my goodness. We're going to take it all the way up to my eyebrow. And because we are here, I'm going to take the lightest shade in this palette, which is, I always forget this, how deep this palette skews. The only shade that I can kind of use as a highlight here is Crystalline. I'm going to put that right up against my brow. And I think that is more or less the eyes. I do want to add a little bit of liquid liner. I might end up disappearing off of camera for this because goodness knows I'm not going to stay in frame. Okay, so I finished my eyes and I am really liking where they're at. What I ended up doing was applying liquid liner to my top lash line as well as almost sticking it a little bit in my waterline. That was more or less an accident. I kind of got a little bit of extra mascara right in my lower, on my lower lash line. So I just decided to make it look intentional by adding a little bit of black eyeliner to the other side. I have added some mascara. I'm really not impressed with this mascara so far. This is from Pacifica. It's their vegan collagen mascara. Let me show you the brush on this. It just has too big of gaps. What I've realized I really like in a mascara is a really small wand so that I can really get to the base of my lashes because my lashes are blonde and I want to make them as dark as possible. It's hard to do that with this, and I find that when I really go through again and again, they tend to get very clumpy. So, not the point of this video, but I wanted to give my thoughts really quickly. Now, for the rest of the face, because the eyes are so much, I definitely want makeup on the rest of my face to keep things even, but I don't want to go too crazy. So I'm only going to use bronzer in place of blush. I feel like I said that very strangely. I'm going to use bronzer instead of blush today. I find that often looks a little bit less makeup-y. Why is that looking so brown on my nose on camera? It's not in person. Okay. I'm also going to be taking my hair down, so I'm not too worried about the far sides of my face because no one's going to see that. Then I'm going to add a little bit of highlight. This one's from ABH. Just to give me a little bit of dimension. My nose is really red underneath all that makeup. It really catches the light nicely. I like that a lot. And the lip product I brought out is from Bare Minerals. This is one of their lip gloss balms. And it's a red. But you can tell it has a lot of sheerness to it. I think that looks really nice, actually. If I hadn't already done my bronzer, I could totally see myself going in and doing some fake freckles with this. I think that would be cute. But I think that might be a little bit much for what I'm going for today. So I feel like my bronzer is looking a little harsh on camera, not in person. But I'm just trying to... I didn't add any more product. I'm just going over with the brush to try to get rid of any lines. And my nose is just irritated. So nothing's gonna fix that. All right, let's take the hair down. And we're going very colorful today. I was wearing my rainbow ring earlier too. I don't know where I put that. I'll have to find it again. Anyway, this is the final look. I'm quite happy with it. I thought we were going somewhere real bad when I put the blue in the inner corner, and we were. I was correct. But after adding that little bit of yellow and lightening up the blue in the inner corner, I actually think this looks really nice. I think this looks like it makes sense with what I have on today, and this is totally something that I would wear out and about and will probably wear out and about later today. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know what you thought of it, and I hope that I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.